I'm in England. If you listen, you can hear. It's raining. So what is it with England and the rain and Englishmen talking about the weather? Well, some days, you know, you just have to ad-lib. So it's raining, I'm driving, I have my corporate sunglasses on, so hopefully you can recognise me from the thumbnail, one of the auto-generated thumbnails that YouTube selects. Because as I've discussed earlier, I really don't like designing my own thumbnails. I mean, I like design work, but when it becomes a chore, obviously I don't enjoy it anymore, because if it's a chore, it's work, and if it's work, it's no fun, and if it's no fun, why am I doing it? You know, so there you go. That's kind of a philosophy of life. And in fact, I was reminded only yesterday how short and how temporary life is. You know, I went to the funeral of one of my father's childhood friends who, you know, basically I went to support my mother with various reasons. I couldn't take my father because of his condition. It gets very complicated, but I went to a funeral with my mum, who also knew this guy from my father's childhood. What was I saying? Yeah, putting the fun in funeral. You can't put the fun in funeral. Really, you can't. I don't like funerals. It's kind of, I just find them surreal. Not sure why. You know, there's a body in a box, but I just want to open the box. Don't you want to open the box to see what's inside? So I can sort of see why people do the wakes with an open casket. Because I couldn't stop it running through my mind. It's like, there's a body in there, and it's a body of this man who I would recognise, who I know or knew, knew of. I didn't know him that well. And as I say, my dad, whose friend it was, couldn't be there. So I was there with my mum, who also knew the deceased. And yeah, obviously it gets very emotional. You know, I found it pretty sad, just to reflect on the moments, you know, that I'd had a laugh with the guy, with the deceased. And yeah, it's just, I guess it's a form of closure for everyone who's there. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of funerals, not because someone has to die, but you can't put the fun in funeral. I suppose it's just a reminder of mortality and the fact that I have so much more I need to do before I have my funeral. But there's no guarantees. You know, he lived into his 70s, but I've also been to funerals of much younger people. So yeah, I've also been to funerals of much younger people. When I was a teenager, one of my best friends died of appendicitis, and he died died in hospital. I've no idea if the stand is there or not. And actually that's probably one of my regrets, is I did not go and visit him in hospital. I just assumed he'd be in for a few days and be out and fine, you know. But then a part of me, you know, I guess didn't want to go to hospital. I don't really like hospitals. I've spent quite a lot of time in hospital myself, not for anything serious, just orthodontic work really. And where was I? Funerals. You can't put fun in a funeral, and well, I certainly can't. I tune into the emotions in the room, and the emotions are obviously mourning and sadness, and you know, there's some cheer of memory, I suppose. But again, I don't really choose funerals. In fact, I was saying to my daughter the other day that there's I forget, I don't know if it's like a sub-genre, as it were, a subsect of Buddhist monks who, when they die, they just put their bodies out on a hill and let the vultures eat them. You know, their bodies are fed back into the ecosystem rather than chucked in a furnace. And I kind of like that idea of, you know, what's left of me when I go, providing a bit of nourishment for more life, you know, rather than just being turned into heat and contributing to global warming, which, you know, I mean, that's pretty much what's happening, isn't it? With cremation. And obviously, if it's a traditional burial, it's going to take a while for the worms to get through the casket. I don't know, because people are kind of routinely exhumed, and they seem to mostly all be in the box still. So I don't know. I quite, you know, I don't really know, obviously, but I quite like the idea of just being laid out for the wildlife to eat. You know, it's like, what the hell? Might as well put me to some use. So yeah, and so, you know, like I was saying, I think funerals do certainly remind me of my mortality, and that there's so much more stuff to do before I go, but I don't know when I'm going to go. So I make a concerted effort to look after my health. That's taken me 10 years to figure out, but I've kind of got it figured out. So in terms of health, it's as good as it can be. I'm not saying it's perfect, and obviously life is decay. As you get older, your body just decays, and here we are. So if you only take one thing away from this vlog, it's really that, you know, don't put the fun in funeral. Nobody can put the fun in funeral. There is no fun in funeral.